How's it, guys? So today I'm releasing the FN2, the Honda FN2 DSG Swap kit. So first and foremost, you would have to purchase my adapter kit, which will connect your engine to the DQ250 gearbox. And then this is a swap kit, which entails basically the mountings and the left side shaft. The right side shaft will be, you reuse the factory shaft because my mid shaft terminates at exactly the same point where the original mid shaft terminates. This engine wasn't necessary to move the engine either way. The engine sits at exactly the same spot as in factory form. However, the only thing we had to do was we had to lower the whole engine and gearbox combination by 2 inches. That's why the kit comes with that 2-inch spacer there. And the reason for that was to get the shafts to lay level when there's full compression on when the vehicle waits on the wheels. To get the shafts to lay level, we had to lower the engine and gearbox. And another reason why is also so that there's no cutting involved on that chassis leg, the chassis rail over there. But what I've done is I'm also supplying the same 2-inch spacers on the front subframe as well, so that your subframe and your sump is also lined up for protection. So the kit comes with those 2 spacers. Comes with the engine side mount spacer. Comes with a complete new front mount, which is basically a poly mount. On the gearbox side, you reuse that portion, factory rubber portion, and then the new bracket will hold everything together. There is a little notch behind here on the original aluminium piece, which you have to just trim off to get the bracket to clear there. So we move around to the side here, and then as you can see, the kit will come with a new left side side shaft, which will include the inner CV joint. You will then just reuse your original outer CV joint and knock it onto the new shaft. So that's the shaft, and then let me just show you the rear mount bracket. So you reuse the dog bone, but you flip it 180 degrees around, and then you attach that to the new mounting bracket, which is over there. And while we're underneath here, let me just show you that there is tons of clearance all the way around. Tons of clearance. There's absolutely no way it's gonna touch or knock or anything. You got good clearance everywhere. The sump still sits pretty level. And then on the side of the gearbox, so this little lip over here, as I've indicated, you need to either just knock that with a hammer or bend it over slightly, because once this side cover goes on, it's just a black thin metal pressed steel cover that sits on here. So at the moment it's clear, and the cover will probably just rub up against there. So you just need to bend that little lip out, or just give it a tap with a hammer to get that to clear over there. Let's just see if I can give you a shot underneath there. Yeah, as you can see, it's clear now, but the cover will probably just rub up against there. And then, as you can see, the subframe is sitting basically at the same level as the sump, and those are the spacers that lower the subframe over there. That's the gearbox mounting bracket, front mount, and then space over there, and yeah, that's about it. As an optional extra, so this rolling sashi that I received doesn't have all the steering wheel and the cluster and all of those things. So I wasn't able to actually create a bracket to fit the pedals, which I wanted to offer the pedals with a bracket as well, so as a complete kit. So this is the pedals that I use. This is a Mitsubishi Evo 10 pedals. But unfortunately, this rolling sashi doesn't have the steering cluster there for me to do that. This is basically how I got the rolling sashi. So when the weight's on the wheels, that both side axles now sit pretty much level, which is the optimum angle you want. And as I said, the engine and gearbox had to be dropped by 2 inches. So most likely your downpipe will have to be changed slightly, but a sidewinder will still work, and even a rear mount turbo will still work. There's the engine itself didn't move forward or backwards, or it didn't tilt, it didn't rotate or anything like that. So the swap kit is now available, and obviously the adapter kit's been available for some time. I've had a lot of inquiries for the FN2, mainly from the UK, and so I managed to get this rolling sashi a couple of months ago, and I've now created the swap kit, and so you guys can basically just drop everything, bolt everything straight in, and everything will line up nicely. Thanks for watching.